A Dallas man locked up for 34 years is close to being free tonight. Benjamin Spencer has been fighting for 34 years to prove he did not carjack and kill a clothing executive in 1987. Sean Rabb shares Spencer's story right now. Sean.
Good evening to you, Clarice. Spencer is part of a fraternity of men out of Dallas County wrongfully convicted in the 80s and early 90s. Tonight, though, and for the first time, the Dallas County District Attorney's Office, after its own investigation, has agreed with Spencer's defense attorneys, both parties asking a judge to set him free. There is an excitement in the air outside the Lou Sterrett Justice Center, where people are waiting for a man to walk out in street clothes, not jail stripes. But none have waited longer than Benjamin Spencer and his mother, Lucille.
My baby been locked up 34 years for something he didn't do. So was that a long time? Yeah.
Benjamin Ben Spencer is going to walk out of jail on bond after 34 wrongfully convicted years in prison.
From what the evidence say, there's no way where he did anything. So if he didn't do anything, why is he in prison?
At 22 years old, he was arrested March 1987 for the carjacking, robbery, and murder of a man named Jeffrey Young. It was the testimony of 3 eyewitnesses and a jailhouse informant that sealed Spencer's fate. The informant and 2 of those witnesses have recanted. The 3rd witness, the star witness, had taken reward money for her testimony. She nor prosecutors revealed that information. The conviction was overturned, and Spencer had a second trial. Guilty again, this time of armed robbery, and sentenced to life in prison, never wavering in maintaining his innocence. In 2007, a judge issued a finding of actual innocence to Spencer following an evidentiary hearing. But the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals rejected the judge's findings, keeping him in prison.
But we share our wrongful convictions, and we talk about them and everything and all that.
Johnny Pinchback, another man wrongfully convicted, now exonerated, waits along with other exonerees for Spencer. They all serve time in the same prison unit.
We became a family, and we looked out for each other, and we helped each other, and we were, there was a bond there.
Ben Spencer will soon leave cell blocks and prison farms behind after the district attorney agrees with his attorneys that he was wrongfully convicted and should be free. But there is one thing his mother still wants to know.
I want to know who did kill Jeffrey Young. Don't tell me who's supposed to kill him or you think killed him. I want to know who did kill Jeffrey Young.
So there is another man who the defense attorneys say is involved in the murder of Jeffrey Young. That man is in prison already, and at the last hearing for Mr. Spencer, he invoked his Fifth Amendment rights. Now, here's what should happen. They're waiting on the judge to sign these motions, one of which would allow him to get out on his own signature, the other perhaps a 10% cash bond. When that happens, it would take 4 or 5 hours for him to process out of jail.